Good day, everybody, and welcome to jesC Transformation Strategies. Welcome to another Sunday Bible reading study session. Thank you so much for all those who have already subscribed. Thank you for engaging in this beautiful content that we're going to be doing today. Thank you also to all those who have commented, liked the video. I really appreciate all the engagement. It means a lot to me. Okay, to those who have celebrated their birthdays for this week, I pray God's divine blessings over you, a happy special birthday to you, and I know you guys had fun, okay, especially in December time. We're more relaxed and chilled, right? And to those who lost loved ones during this time, I pray God's deepest peace be your portion at this time, right? So remember, last week we also congratulated all the kids who have graduated, even adults. If you have also graduated from something, well done to you. Okay, and those who haven't made it, it's okay. Next year is a second chance, so don't give up. Okay, right. So today's session, guys, you know, Sunday is always the spiritual upliftment session, and it's also very linked to our Thursday coaching sessions that we normally do, right? So today we're going to be talking about something that is absolutely sensitive, but it's also a breakthrough topic. Okay, so it's more like breaking that ice, okay, that's been so frozen. Okay, we're going to break that ice today. Today's topic, guys, is how to shame your body shamers. All right, how to shame your body shamers. Now, because the month of December, especially in South Africa, it's summer year, and you know, with the heat, how bad it gets, and everybody wants to get to the best body because you want to fit into the best way, all right? Or you want to actually see that your exercises that you've worked from January to December, so you're going to look at the goal now in December. Did I get that good summer body, or am I still sitting the same? Now, also the pressure of that creates a bit on us, especially women. So that is why today I decided that, you know what, as it was given to me by God in the universe, I had to do this topic because this is a very special topic that a lot of people have it hidden. So as a neuro life coach, I said to myself that I'm going to be exposing the body shamers today. So let's dive into it. Right. So guys, we're going to be looking at how to shame your body shamers. But first we're going to be looking into the Word of God just to get that spiritual upliftment. Okay. So it's Proverbs 31 verses 30. Okay. It says, charm is deceptive and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward her for all she does, and let her deeds publicly declare praise. So the Bible clearly says that charm is deceptive and beauty disappears, right? But the woman who fears the Lord should be given all credits. We thank God for His precious word. Now, to all the people who think that the beauty is going to be taking them for many, many years and you will not age, unfortunately, beauty does disappear. It is bound to happen. There's nobody can say that, you know, the beauty will stay. Unless if you do what last week application that I told you, that your natural beauty is the one that carries the greatest confidence, right? That's the one that actually stays forever, your natural beauty. But doing the other beauty standards with makeup and with filters ain't gonna last long. Okay, right? So we're gonna be looking at the topic about the body shamers. Now, body shamers basically, guys, is those people that criticizes, that mocks you, that ill treats you, and you know, it insults you in a way that is not right, and you know that you are hurted by them. Now, body shamers can come in the form of even your closest family, your friends, the people that you associate with, even in school, the teachers. All right, it doesn't need to be an outsider. It can be the closest people, and it normally comes while they're talking to you. So they look at you, right? They don't look at you for who you are. They look at you to find ways where they are insecure, because body shamers are the greatest people that have the most insecurities ever, right? Now, from my experience, I've come across a lot of body shamers, and now that I actually understand the process of the mind and I actually study people's brain, I actually looked and I saw that most of the body shamers come from a place of loneliness, come from a place of low self-esteem and low self-confidence in themselves. So when they look at you, and they look at you, especially if you're a young person, they look at you and they judge you. They already judge you in their minds, but when they see you, they cannot stand your light, so they judge how you look on your appearance, because that's the only thing that actually shows you out, right? So the body shamers, guys, is the people that actually will say words to you, but will also hint it with a joke. So, they'll criticize how you look, like, hey, your hair looks weird today, or your hair is actually quite shiny, is it so oily that way, things like that. But they won't tell you direct, but they'll use other forms so that you'll actually feel your hair, or you'll go in the mirror and you actually check your hair out, like, is my hair really that oily because I just washed it, or is there something wrong with my hair, or am I born with the wrong type of hair, like how come my hair is not straight and everybody has curly hair, or the opposite way, or how come my hair is so curly, everybody has straight hair. And then what happens is that you start to hate your appearance, and you start to accept the appearance and the self-acceptance that they want, but you forget about your self-acceptance. Okay, that's danger. That is absolutely danger. You need to wake up from that. You need to come out of that. Okay, so how do we do this? These are the tips, guys, right, for the body shamers. Now, the tips, that the main thing is you need to focus on yourself, because when you focus on you, when you do come across a body shamer that shames you for whatever reason it could be, you don't focus on the comments that they give you, okay? But you focus on you, because you know who you are. You clearly know. Now, guys, I want you to also look at something, right? I think let's look at the types of body shamers before we actually do the tips. Okay. Now, the types of body shamers is, you get people that shame you because you're too fat, okay, or you're too thin, you're too skinny. All right, and especially now it's more common towards those who actually, right, so when if you're too skinny, they will comment about it, right? They will say, right, you're too fat, you're too skinny, or your height is not the way I expected it, like as if they are the gods. All right, so they'll say, oh, you're too short, or you're too tall, or you know what, hey, you're really tall, huh? Or when you actually meet some family during the gathering, hey, you know what, you're really gone tall. Sure. Now they speak like that because they're jealous. You know how it goes, right? If God designed you to be tall or short, He just saw it perfect, and He knew that that height suits you so well with your figure and everything. But yeah, the body shamers don't see that. They don't see the figure for what God and the Creator has set for you. Alright? So also the comments, even like another type of body shamers is also like your hair. Right? Some people will say, like, they'll comment straight direct at you, like, hey, you're actually going bald, or your hair is so thin. Alright, that's another thing. They'll say your hair is so thin, or your hair is so thick. Right? Okay, so now those type of people, they actually criticize even more than that, right? They even criticize your hair color. Okay, now I've seen this as growing up. A lot of people actually are not comfortable with their hair color, especially the Indians in South Africa. And there's so many people that they just don't feel comfortable with how they actually look, especially in terms of the hair color. So if you want a black hair, you have this persuasive that you have to have brown hair or have blonde hair, and eventually that you just don't feel comfortable with your natural hair. And that's quite sad, because in the end of the day, you need to be happy with your hair, right? So I haven't even dyed my hair, right, since like 3 years ago. And the reason why I haven't dyed it is because it actually it has too much of chemicals in it, regardless of how expensive the hair dye is. Because I used to use like L'Oreal Paris, and even though it's like 200 rands, but yeah, it still causes damage, and especially for sensitive skin. So yeah, I haven't actually dyed my hair, and yeah, thankfully all my gray hairs vanished. Okay, I think when I started eating and like no stress. Okay guys, I'm not going to say I'm clearly out of stress, like everybody have stress, but I try to manage my stress. I try to manage who I communicate with. So the stresses I had to release and let go. Now, the thing is, like, having that as well, like if you're not happy with your hair color, you get people that actually judge you for your hair color, okay? And also people judge you for your features, your mouth, your nose, your ears, your eyes. You get somebody will say, oh, she got big eyes, big forehead. Now all of those things are actually body shamers, and sometimes we don't really look into it, okay? We don't look how it actually affects you. Sometimes when we like see other people's picture, we are quick to judge others by how they look, and we need to refrain from that, because we are actually body shaming people, and it's against the Bible, right? If you clearly read, alright, there's a Bible scripture that I actually pointed out, was James 4 verses 11 to 12. Alright, we're just going to quickly open up to that. It says, don't speak evil against each other, dear brothers and sisters. If you criticize and judge each other, then you are criticizing and judging God's law. But your job is to obey the law, not to judge whether it applies to you or not. Only God alone is a judge. Nobody else is the judge, okay? So you have no rights to judge others. Right, so we do these things without knowing that we are actually judging people. And by doing that, actually, what happens is that it builds to you. It builds up even to your future generation. And that's how kids actually start learning to judge others, mocking others, and all of that. So we're going to be looking at the tips now, guys, alright? Now, as I said to you, the first thing you need to focus on yourself. You focus on you and you love yourself as you are. So that when you get opinions from anyone, it will not affect you, because you have so much love and standard for you. Educate yourself about it. Understand what it is, right? It's important to know that body shaming is not something that you excuse. Body shaming is real, but you don't need to accept the behavior, even if it's the closest or even if it's family, okay? So body shaming will happen, but it's how your reaction will be. So educate yourself. That is why I did the video today, is actually to educate you about it, right? Now, you need to understand that body shamers are basically jealous people. They are jealous, low-life people, and they don't really care for you. They don't care for anyone. They actually don't even care for themselves. And when you look at most of these body shamers, they don't even take care of themselves. They actually sit in a situation that they should be ashamed of themselves, but they want to shame others, okay? So they're sitting with insecurities, they're sitting with unresolved issues, they have traumas, they have past backgrounds, they have unforgiveness, they have a whole lot of healing to do. So that is why when they look at you, they see you as a shining light and they want to dim your lights. So you need to stand up and don't allow that, and just keep shining, okay? Remember, guys, nobody's perfect. Nobody has the best figure, the best body shape. We all are striving for perfection, but nobody is perfect. Even in the Bible, nobody was perfect there. So you don't need to feel that you need to be part of a standard to be perfect, okay? So don't be judged that I'm not this shape, or I'm not this color and stuff like that. People also get another body shamers is people's skin colors. People judge you for your skin tone. Like, how crazy is that? Because God literally made you the way you are, and because you tan skin or you dark skin, people judge you because you're not light skin. And then people judge you if you light skin, why you not dark skin, why you not tan skin, why do you burn easily in the sun, or this and that, and the list goes on. But God made you as you are. You're perfect as you are. You don't need to be anybody else. You don't need to be that skin tone, right? You know, when I see people not happy with their skin tone, and I see especially women trying to put that extra powder on, put that concealer on, get so light, and I'm like, for real? What happened? You lost that spark in you, you lost that self-confidence. That inner girl in you is actually saying to you, no, this is not right, this is not you. And that is not you. Why go up to that extreme? You actually forgot your true skin tone, like for real, right? So it's important to get out of that, okay? Don't be persuaded by the TV, the Bollywood, the Z World, the Glow TV, especially the Indians. Come on, It's all artificial beauty. Okay, it's not real. There's so many lights in the background, there's so many filters. So please, just move on from all of that. Okay, you don't need to be that skin tone. God made you perfect, the skin tone that you have. Okay, right. So that's also another one that's quite a body shamer one, with the skin tone, especially when you're darker skin. I've noticed people, right? Now, strategies, guys, we're going to look at strategies with people, right? If you are strong enough and you're brave enough, and it actually came to a point that you just had enough, you tell the people off. Okay, meaning politely and calmly, you will tell the person, you know what, they will tell you, right, you're so skinny, you're so fat, or your skin tone is off, or whatever it is. Then you will tell them, you know what, politely, I don't like the way you talk about me, and I'm not happy with this. Okay, I'm not happy with this comment, and can we talk about something else? Okay, if you can. Now, once a person understands, because you actually told them, right, there's a boundary line, you said to them you're not happy. If they keep doing it, right, they keep speaking about it, they know you set a boundary line, they know you need respect, and they actually bypass that respect, then that is the time when you'll have to set your boundaries. You have to limit interaction. You have to say no. You just don't talk to them. Because why talk to somebody who has no respect for you? For real. Remember, if they don't respect your body, they don't respect your outward, where will they respect your heart? They can actually use your heart and abuse your heart. So it's important to, to understand that as well. Okay? It's important to know where you stand. Okay? Know when somebody's body shaming you, and just say that's enough. Right? Then we look at reframe. Now, when you tell them, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about our careers, whatever that you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with careers, you can't talk about careers. So, if you're not comfortable talking about your careers, maybe you can say, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about your cat, your dog, or whatever other conversation, or your favorite food. Don't engage yourself in conversations that actually drain you. So you reframe their thinking, but if they're still stuck into looking at your body image and stuff, you just shut it down. You say, right, time is up, you leave. Right? You got to set that boundary, okay? Then also, as I said, the boundaries is very important. Once somebody oversteps your boundaries, it's a no, and it's goodbye. Okay? Because you can't entertain somebody that's literally bringing you down. Okay? You're not going to heal from it. And the reason why I'm telling you guys to get out of this, because it will cause you trauma. Okay? Build yourself up, build your body image, okay? And also focus on, this is more to do with you now, okay? Focus more on you, and focus more on your function, not on your form. So don't focus on the outside form of yourself. Focus on your function, meaning focus on how you're moving, how you're dancing, how you're able to wash the dishes, how you're able to go outside for a walk, how you're able to walk, how you're able to do duties. Now remember, there's a lot of people that are unable to do what you can do. Disabled people cannot just easily wake up from the bed and have a shower, or do the dishes, or do the cooking. There are people that need assistance all the time. So if you are able to do what you can do, it's a blessing. So try to focus on your function rather than your form. And even you can tell the people, sorry, auntie, uncle, whoever you are, friend, family, I'm focusing on my function of how I'm capable and how strong I am. And I think you should also focus on that, okay? And let's not focus on the form, all right? The form will come in God's timing. Let's say if you need to gain some weight, it will come. If I need to lose weight, it will come. It's not your timing, body shamer. It's God's timing. So a lot of people need to understand that the way they speak, it's as if they're a genie that can transform things, but they can't do anything. All right? If they could transform things, even the words will have power. Okay? Right. So focus on your function, which is a very powerful tool. Right? And curate your environments. Okay? Curate your environment basically means who you are following on social media. Make sure that you're following accounts that's actually positive to you. You don't want to follow people who's negative, who has negative things to say, who's criticizing other people's image, all the gossipers, the judging. You need to like exclude yourself from all of that. You cannot be focusing and watching those type of content. YouTube, Facebook, the works. Delete, unfollow. If you know somebody is actually messaging you, two-faced people, they message you, hi, how you doing? And then after that, behind your face, then they talk about how skinny you are, or how fat you are, or your hair is so thin, or your skin tone is too dark or too light. Those are the people you cut off, right? You take them out of your social media. You don't need those type of people. Trust me, you don't need. And life is so simple without those people. So you remove them from your accounts, you block, mute, do whatever. If they really want to speak to you, they can come to your home, but not crossing boundaries. They come when it's okay for you, okay? And then you allow the people, right? But for now, guys, block, unfollow, and you'll see actually your phone becomes like a haven, all right? It becomes a phone that doesn't stress you out. If your phone is the one that's stressing you out, then you're in trouble. Now remember, now the devil doesn't come to you, to your house, and then knocks you with all the triggers, right? And knocks you with all that negative stuff to bring you down. The devil comes, the evil forces come even through your phone, through your devices, because social media, everything just pops up. You open to Facebook, everything pops up. If something triggers you, that pops up. The crap pops up. The messages, this, that, images that's not even good. YouTube, Facebook, everywhere, right? You will see things that you will actually be surprised. Social media is like that. It's up in your face. People don't care about your mental health, right? So it's important now to look at what you're using your social media for. Okay, is it impacting you or is it degrading you? So it's very important, guys, that your focus now needs to be like, when I go on my social media, I don't get affected and I don't compare myself to other people. I don't look at my body shape and think like, why am I not this shape? Or my beauty color, why am I not this color? Right, everybody has their own thing, and most of the people are all fake, okay? Very fake. There's nobody that's actually truly natural. It's very rare. So if you're natural, well done, okay? Well done. You joining my crew, okay? Because I'm one of the naturalists, right? So it's very important, guys, that you shift your thinking. Know who's on your social media and who you're following, right? And delete, unfollow the works. It works well, right? So seek support if you need. Remember, my channel is always open to you guys. jesC Transformation. If you need to talk about anything regarding body shaming and stuff like that, please do feel free to inbox me, or you can just comment below. And yeah, right. So I just want to tell you guys something. As you guys also noticed by the thumbnail, I've actually been through body shaming, and it wasn't the most easiest journey for me, okay? It was the most hardest and most difficult and the most challenging journey that still screams within me, okay? So I went through body shaming, and I know what it was. So when I actually had a good figure, like I think 2015, 2016, right until like 2020, right? Then 2021 is when I lost my bite completely. Then my breathing got affected. Everything just went worse, okay? So I lost weight, muscles, my nerves was a bit of an issue because my skin flared up so bad that it actually affected my nerves. So what happened is that when I used to eat, I couldn't pick up weight. And I used to eat like, okay, remember guys, I was on liquid, so it's very difficult to get nutrients from that state. So as it went into that, then I used to have like protein shakes and everything to try and get the weight, do light exercises where I can maintain some muscle mass, because I've lost it completely, guys. Couldn't even carry a mug. That's how bad, right? And after that, people used to like comment and say things about my weight, say things like, you know, why aren't you the person that you were before? You were looking so nice and plumpy and those things. And the body shaming to my weight, because I was skinny, that actually affected me. So it actually like brought me a bit into depression. So they shouldn't actually tell me direct, okay? Some people will tell me direct, so some people will like tell a third party, and then the news will come to me or I'll overhear it. And I used to feel pretty bad. I don't like it at all. I don't like when people actually talk about my weight, because I know how hard I worked for it, and also I know that it was a struggle for me. So as the years went by, then I worked along like with physiotherapists, psychologists, counselors, even with my orthodontists and stuff, and we all worked together. And yeah, it was a long journey. Okay, then I had the support also of my fiance there as well, and then we all had to be positive, and it was came to a stage where it was very difficult for me to be positive. So I had to do light exercises, light stretches, build it up, because then after that, the brain became very stimulated with everything that was happening, especially when you're like grieving still for how you are. And then after that, I noticed that I had to also unfollow. So I had to look at my environment, and I had to see, right, who's the people that's supporting me, who should be in my circle, and who's actually a negative energy, and who I had to like, say goodbye. So yeah, I had to say goodbye to quite a lot of people. And yeah, so my phone, what I did is that I had it more connected towards the coaching, more towards uplifting you guys. So that's when I had my channel up, and then I reduced interaction with certain people that actually body shame me. And to tell you the truth, it helps. It really helps. Whatever tips, guys, I'm actually giving you is coming from a place of experience. So what happened is that the more I limited interaction, and the more I tried not to take it personally, what they were saying, and I worked on me. So I worked on myself. I worked on getting fit, because I knew that, when you're unable to do something, nobody's going to lift that mug for you. Nobody's going to lift that plate for you. Nobody's going to feed you. So I didn't want to be dependent on anyone. So what I did is that I came out of that place of, taking things personally, especially with my weight. And then I started eating properly. I started exercising. I started going to the physio, because she was really good at what she does. And then, yeah, and then finally, guys, with all the counseling and everything, and with my mindset, I finally gained what I wanted, and I actually reached my goal. Okay, I actually reached my goal. My goal was actually to be 50 kgs, and I was sitting at 44 kgs for the past let's say for the past 2 to 3 years. And yeah, I'm like so proud of myself, like for real, right? And now I'm sitting close at I think like 51 and somewhere there. But yeah, I don't want to get more than that, because I still want to, I still like my figure as it is. But yeah, but I'm just so proud of how far I came. And yeah, to be what I wanted, I reached my goal. And that's what I'm saying to all the people out there. Don't feel sad. Okay, don't feel down. I know what it's like. I've been there. I know with the body shamers and stuff. But sometimes you just need to just cut them off and just focus on you now. Okay, and when your mind heals mentally, you heal. Your body heals. And the best part of it is, whatever your goal is, you reach your goal. And the universe is so powerful, because it just knows a time when you're healing, and then the universe just brings in what the goal is to your healing. So when you heal, the universe brings that goal towards you, and then it attracts. Okay, so it's very important that your focus is based on your goal. The focus is based on you, not on anybody else, and you don't need any validation of how beautiful, how special, and how perfect you are made. Okay, so always remember that. Yeah, it took a lot of time, even like for my hair, which was really thin. It took a lot of time for me to gain the thickness, to gain the volume, and yeah, it took a lot of vitamins as well. But yeah, everything takes time, everything works. But remember, guys, if you're going through that body shamers, you need to shut them down. You need to shame the body shamers, just like how I did. You can do it as well. So please, guys, hit the like, hit the comment, hit the subscribe button, okay? And feel free to share the content to your friends, to your family. Build the channel up, because we're trying to reach many nations with the channel. We're trying to touch many nations. We're trying to expose those bullies as well as body shaming. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful week. I hope you guys are blessed by the message, and love you all. Bye.